This is John Steinbeck's novel, The Moon is Down. It was published by Heinemann, which is a publishing firm in London. And this is the first Australian edition, printed in Melbourne. And you can see that it is the first Australian edition by looking on this page here. And it was published in 1942 in Australia. As for the physical object, it is a case-bound hardcover. It has cloth covering the spine and boards. The condition of the book is rather tattered. You can see a rather collapsed spine, as though it's been damaged by water. The free end paper and the half title page have been ripped out. My theory on this is that it had someone's name in it or some type of marking on these pages that someone wished to remove. Has $2 written on the top corner of the pasted down end paper. And on page 19 we find T.G. Butias written at the top, which one must assume is the name of a previous owner. I found this book in an antique store in Auckland. I was there with my family on a holiday, and I'd previously read Of Mice and Men, so the name John Steinbeck caught my eye. I bought the book as per the $2 sign for $2. I read it that afternoon in one sitting. I got rather engrossed in the read. Found it very enthralling, and it furthered my interest in Steinbeck, and I've read more of him since. Steinbeck, in fact, wrote this book for the American government in World War II to be spread as propaganda within Nazi-occupied countries, to encourage, hope and strength within the oppressed. He wanted to work alongside his country and help with the war effort, and this was his contribution. A novel describing a small town which gets invaded and the ensuing struggles for them and how they overcome them. It was very popular within the wartime, so popular that it was smuggled all over the place just for those to read it. In Italy, the death penalty was the sentence for being caught with a copy of Steinbeck's The Moon is Down. And as for criticism towards the book, the only real criticism it got was that it was too sympathetic towards the Nazi characters. They're not actually called Nazis, but that's what they are based on. They are based on Nazis, the invaders. For he describes them with quite human emotion and a longing for home and being scared and not really wanting to do what they do. So he got criticised for that instead of portraying them as monsters. This is one of John Steinbeck's lesser-known works, but I think it was a wonderful book, and I'm glad I found it in that little antique shop. And that's it.